This is Sonia, and this is take 3, I think. I had to get up and go and answer the door twice now for the kids to doing their Halloween thing, so my husband was in the shower and he couldn't go, so I had to get myself out there twice now and give him a little bit of money, because I didn't even have any lollies, and Jeremy said, oh, we should get lollies, but we forgot. And anyway, so I'm going to show you how I put this together. This is one that I made today. Before, when I made one, it had a cover over it, okay? And I'll show you how to cut out the cover, because I've discovered something, that this thing here that I've got scores your cardboard, and you can just bend it. Suppose that I don't think that I'm the original person to discover this, you know, okay? I'm sure I'm not. But I was sitting here and I went to cut this and it didn't cut, and I thought, oops, and then I thought, oh no, that's good. That's a good thing, because now when I go to make a box next time, I can just do all the 4 sides like that and tape this edge, or even bring it round. I wouldn't make it that deep unless I wanted it to be, but then I could just need to put the base on and a lid. Whether I could do an outside cover like that, that'd still work anyway, wouldn't it? This is all, I hope this is all not muddled up. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Majority of you ladies will know, and I'm sure the others can ask me anyway if they think I'm too confusing. But anyway, I'll just show you how I did this. And this time I'm going to put a top on it. Now this thing here is called a Frisco's or something, Frisco's, and they do cost a little bit of money, but they're really worth it, because they are so good. Because for cutting straight, I'm no good at that at all. But you can get cheaper models and cheaper ones. You can even buy ones for $2 or $5, and they still will do the same thing. Well, I can't say for sure about that on this card. Now, I bought the cardboard from the newsagents. It's not real stiff, but it is a bit, and it only costs you $1 something, and a really great big sheet it is, and I've just managed to chop it right down to this much with my practicing and so forth. But anyway, you know, I suppose if you want it to work like this, this is how this will do it for you. So anyway, we needed to have the front part, and all I did was I measured the one I've got, because I measured the other thing earlier, and I just went like this, and I measured up, and then I'll need a top, and then the other bit. So I'll cut up along there on that line. And when I did this one time, it did cut all the way through. I thought, oh dear, Sonia, that's going to ruin your whole thing, isn't it? It didn't quite go along that line, but I guess that doesn't matter how wide it is. It's my thing, and you know, it'll be your thing, and you can please yourself what you do with it, can't you? How big you want it to be. But you will cut this piece off, because you need this to make the... Right, so the first one we're going to score across this will be for the front bit. So even if you don't do this like this, you can just still bend it like this. You know, you don't have to cut it just because I am, like with one of these. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Probably not, because I'm probably way out of the shot, but I'll show you in a minute. That it's just hopefully not cutting all the way through. I'm just cutting along these lines that I made here. Did I have a top one? Yes, I do. I just didn't know how far that would come down. So I'll just cut that down. I can just adjust that one later, I think. Can't I? I can fix that up later. So now we've got this here that works like that. And I will need to cut that a bit shorter, because he's coming down too far, isn't he? Cut that off a bit shorter, that one. Excuse me. Okay. I might just cut that now. And all I did then, after I did this, was cover it with the paper. Now, I look a bit skew-whiff, but that doesn't really matter, because in that I found to this, the others right over the other side of the room, the bigger pieces, this stuff like plasticky stuff, and I just put that in there. Well, I didn't do it like that. I got the, and it's going to have to be wider for this one. And that's too wide. Okay, this just pulls apart. It's not like sort of styrofoam. It goes everywhere, doesn't it? This has obviously been laid in the box and glued up and glued up and glued up till it's the thickness they want it to be. So we can do the same thing. Styrofoam too will also disintegrate with glue, as people would probably have found that out anyway. But stick pins seem to be a thing that people are... Now, all I did was I got my nice wide piece of ribbon, started here at the back, and then come round there, and I joined that with the glue. Now, I might not want to make another purple one today, but if you can see that that's what I did. And then I stuck that in there like that. Actually, I won't do it because I'm only, these are in pieces, and I don't want them to look daggy like that and be in pieces. If you get your, you cut yours a bit, I might just take that over a tiny tad and see what that, how that works for me, because I think I might have it over too far. If I take that over a bit further, I might be a bit more happier with the width of it. Let me see now. There you go. That's a bit better, isn't it? Take it in a bit. Because I made that line there where I scored it, that don't matter, that's not going to hurt. So now I'll put this round here, because it's not going to come undone. We're going to cover it with paper, and that will, I'm happy with that. I'll use that. And I'll put some glue on that one there. And my glue's breathing heavy here. Oh, it's just running out. I had two bottles yesterday. Had half. Each one of them was half full, and I was trying to make one run into the other one, and it was just very tedious, but I did manage to do it. So you've got this nice little neat thing now, okay, and that's going to sit in there. But first of all, we'll probably cut that end off right at the end so it's level again. I know I might be, I hope I'm explaining this properly to you. There you go. Of course, I've had to make this video a few times. I've got myself a bit flustered here. Hang on. We'll work this out in a minute. I'm sure we will. We'll just take that another little tad over. Just because people know how to craft sometimes doesn't mean it's going to go for you all the time the right way, does it? When you do, you know, when I made that, just went together so easy. I thought I might try show you how to do this. It was quite clever, I thought. But anyway, so now we've done that like that, and where I've cut that there, that's going to be covered over with paper anyway. But now look at that, isn't that pretty? That'll go really well. So now I'm going to get some paper. I need some that's the length of that, and that's not big enough, so that's not going to work for me, is it? I need a nice big sheet. And I don't know what colour I'm going to go for, although this is really cool. It's very thick though, and I think maybe I'm better off if I can find something a bit thinner, because I needed to, I've got some size here, let me see. All avoiding me now, isn't it? I do have, here's a bit of blue with a blue flower. This is a nice one. Yeah, so we'll just glue that onto there. And it'll go with the mauve too. I might put it onto the card if I can get it out of the pot. There you go. Now, when you put it down, you need to make sure that you bend it before it's finally stuck, because Otherwise it'll come back. It'll sort of come back away from the edge a bit. So you need to put that and bend it about a bit where you need it to go, because otherwise it'll take away from this edge bit here. And if you could see that I'm working in a 6-inch space because I've got that much stuff on this table, you'd probably say, Sonia, for goodness sake, clean it up. But this is how I do my best work. I know that's silly, but if you've got everything there at your fingertips, if you could see, I'll show you one day where I sit and what I'm surrounded by. If the earth shakes just a small bit, I'm a goner. I am, because it's all going to get me. Yeah, so, but anyway, now I'm going to trim that nicely because that's just bad. And if you want to distress the edges of this, you know, because you're putting stick pins in it, and that'll look really good, I reckon. Piece of paper here, stick it into the side of my arm. I moved it all over here so I'm close by, so I don't have to worry about trying to reach it. Now I'm trimming around the edges of this to make it a bit more tidier. And I will have another one made, won't I? Because I've shown you how to do this. Now, look at that. And this, I mean, I don't know how long it took me. Well, it took me a fair while because I had to do a few takes, but because I made a couple of mistakes. But if I've got, look at that, I'm excited now. I'm all pleased with that. Actually, you can either leave the inside white or you can cover it with the other one. I actually covered it. I don't know whether I'll cover the end. I think I would like to. Let me see. I don't know. I need a piece that long and I don't want anything too thick. I've got a yellow here, but that's not going to look very nice. You know, that's going to be a bit nasty, isn't it, with that one? Let me see, what else have I got? Little birds on it. It's a bit yellowish. I need to turn out right. We don't want it to be nasty looking, do we? No, we're not going for the yellow. I don't know, I must have picked up the yellow pile of paper. Okay, so I'm still here somewhere with you, just scratching about a bit. Here we are, found some blue. Actually, I quite like this. It would have been better on the outside, but never mind. No, I'll leave it on the inside. I'll put it on the inside, you still see it. I might move this from underneath here before I end up glue all over it. That was clever, wasn't it? It's nearly landed on my lap, hasn't it? Scary for everybody. Now, glue on here. If I put this up, it'll be a miracle, because I'm going to have to, though. I really wanted to show you how to do this and a few other things. I'm going to do the what do you call it? Something else. How I did that puzzle. I'm going to do the jigsaw puzzle. And same like with the other, you'll bend it to make sure that it's not going to go back on your edges. I always find it easier to put the thing on and then cut it off. I mean, a lot of people would be able to just go along and cut it and then, but I'd rather do it this way, and I feel more comfortable that I'm going to have the thing the right size from the time I finished it. At least I hope so. Yeah. And you don't have to worry about sliding it along with your glue drying or going everywhere, do you? So that is just that's just my opinion anyway, my thoughts on it. There we go. Now, so everybody should have had been getting to have that parcel sent out to their swap buddy, so we can all have a surprise in a week or 2 or 10 days or whatever it is going to be. Okay, now that glue's not sticking really good. Now, who did I see show me this? Somebody showed me that if you rub the glue, make it warm, it sort of, who was doing that on something I was watching today? I don't know, but it's a good idea. They just rub the glue and then it makes it nice and warm. And so my edges are a little bit off, but I'm going to put something, and I'll glue that here onto the back of that, and maybe again on the front. Could do on the bottom as well. Then all I did then was I got I'm going to do my edges. I'm going to distress these edges. But I don't know how long the video's gone yet. It should be right. I probably should have done that before I stuck him on there, because I think I'd put some white on it, some gesso or something, just to and a flower or two maybe on the outside. Oh dear, I'm not even in the shot yet. You've got nothing to look at except my table without its cover on it even. That back on this on you. I'm rough at this crafting, aren't I? Shocking. But you know, I like to make sure mine's done properly. I'm a bit, might be doing it rough, but I want it to look good in the end, that's for sure. A friend was looking at that book that I made. She looked at me and I said, well, it's supposed to have raggedy edges. I said, that's the way that it's supposed to be. I said, that was the look I was going for. She was pleased to hear that. I don't think she thought she thought I was leaving bits hanging off it, and she didn't know nothing about what we're doing, so she wasn't that much of a friend either, otherwise I would have told her what I was doing, but mind, that's not very nice on you. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'm having a bad day. I was upset this morning and I don't seem to be able to get through that. That's terrible. I should have let things like that worry me. I'm a bit old now for all that to be worrying me. Life shouldn't be worrying people. You've got to get on, don't you? Anyway, so that's what I have got, and then I just put the stick pins into there, and I think they look quite good, and it's easy to go through this stuff like so. And then you can put, I put Velcro on the one that I did before. You can put the Velcro on, it really does work. You only need to leave it until it's really dry before you start to open it, and it will work really well, you know. So that's what I used on the last one, and I might put a little flower or two on that, and I think that's pretty grand. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate that, and we will talk to you again later. I'll show you how to do them puzzles when I figure that out.